is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah. Then I hit that.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Indianapolis Colts. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Jackson to throw. And he fends him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
It's 4th down.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. The tackle there by the safety, Xavier McKinney.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Flush to his right. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Throwing on first down. McDonald gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 6 there on first. 4 receivers now. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Second down and 4. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 28. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Rams.
On first down, McDonald being chased out left. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Intended target was Cam Akers. And now it's second down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or something.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Montez Sweat, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
For the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On the option, it's Jackson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
Brought down.
It was P.J. Williams that time on the tackle.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Colts have taken the lead. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
No. Davis from the top rope. I like it. Point after, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
For Indianapolis.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
10 at their own 19-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a first down throw, Goff, eluding the pressure right. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That one good for 21 yards. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Rams 3.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Richard Sherman on the tackle. A 7-yard pickup. Brings
out of the gun. Goff escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it and able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. Now it's Henderson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
Henderson,
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On the ground, it's Akers. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. Henderson will try and run for the first. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Akers. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
5-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
He would have
Hayes?
kept it on the ground.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On the counter, here's Kamara. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. He finds Humphreys. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
7-yard line.
On 1st down, Akers, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Buying time to his left, and that is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Down and 12.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, McDonald. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Grover Stewart in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
Isaiah Rodgers on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that's going to be incomplete.
Jackson.
Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
24 is the mic.
Play action. It's Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, standing just outside his own goal line. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll throw complete to Cam Akers. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So the illegal forward pass also cost him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Here's Henderson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
24-yard gain on the play.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. Gay's kick is good. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it? Touchdowns.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46.
He was tackled.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Montez Sweat make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That's the 2nd sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Throwing on 3rd and long. McDonald steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They're going to go for it. It's gone. Eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position.
On down.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
That's good.
A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson's going to look to run it. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Kamara trying again. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Colts have tied things up. They can take the lead with the extra point.
Rodrigo Blankenship for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Point after, right down the middle. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd.
Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded near the back of the end zone.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points. So they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down,
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
A solid instinctive running there, spinning forward and getting a full 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 50-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a run with Akers. The 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. A shotgun snap for Goff. Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Intended for Tyler Higbee. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Rams 13. Matt Gay on for the field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
16.
You talk about a big kick under pressure in the 4th quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they'd missed that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. A 10th carry for Kamara. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Jackson from the shotgun. Flush to his right. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 27 yards there, a first down.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receiver took advantage.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson eluding the pressure right. It's his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal coming up as he's out of bounds right around the 5-yard line. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. They run it again with Kamara. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Unsuccessful pass on 3rd down, but at least you got 3 points here in your hip pocket.
Yeah, and I would take it from my hip pocket and put it right on the shoe of my kicker and go get those 3 points. This isn't even a discussion to me. This is a chance to take the lead after a good drive. Do it.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
They'll run on first down. Akers. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Going right back to Akers. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Back to throw. Flushed out right. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Akers. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. And Gay knocks this one through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Sideline and incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. One last shot for Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for L.A., they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, it's a loss that could hurt them come playoff seeding time as they drop to 8-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.